Hello everyone, it's Craig. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things enjoying, celebrating, and navigating single life. So if this type of content interests you, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed so far. I just reached my first goal of hitting 100 subscribers, so thank you, I really appreciate it. So with that being said, let's get started. So today I want to talk about the book, The 5 Love Languages, which is a very popular book. I think over 13 million copies have been sold. It's a very popular book. So I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It was originally designed for couples, but I want to take the information in this book and apply it to friendships, because being a single person, for me, at least personally, friendships are really important. They're like the foundation of my life. That and my relationship with some of my family members. But friendships to me are so important. And I want to highlight that you can take really good relationship information that's meant for romantic relationships and apply it to friendships. I mean, there's going to be some relationship information that's out there that's going to be nuanced just for couples. But if it's good foundational advice, it can definitely be applied to all relationships to strengthen them. And you're in charge of your own life, so you can decide what relationships you want to nurture and which relationships you want to put the effort towards. And in this book, Dr. Chapman talks about how there are 5 ways to express love on an emotional level. And a few things to note before I get into what they are, and maybe some general tips if you want to apply these to friendships or other relationships in your life, is that this model isn't based on scientific research. So there wasn't scientific evidence done before this book was published to state that this is a evidence-based approach to relationships. I just want to put that out there because this isn't the end-all be-all for relationships. This is just one tool in the kit for sure. And Dr. Chapman created this because he was a Christian counselor and he did a lot of marriage counseling. And the problems that came up that he was noticing in couples is how he created this. And another caveat is that this book is very much designed for straight couples. I don't particularly agree with that, obviously, and I think if I met Dr. Chapman, he and I would have very different opinions about a lot of things. I mean, my last video was just talking about how single people can hook up with other people and getting sexual needs met outside of marriage. And that is not something that most Christians, especially a Baptist pastor, really stand for. But I think this is a really great example that just because you have very different opinions and values and see the world very differently than someone doesn't mean that you can't learn something from them. And I think there's validity to saying that people want to receive love in different ways. So for those of you who aren't familiar, let's go through the 5 love languages and let me maybe give some examples of how you can apply these towards your friendships. So the first love language is words of affirmation. So saying nice things to someone, complimenting them, encouraging words if they're down or feeling really unsure about themselves. I personally am a words of affirmation person, so when I read positive comments here on my YouTube channel or when people say really nice things to me, it really lights me up. That's really what fuels me. So giving someone maybe a card or a nice note that just says something really nice about them or giving them a compliment can really go a long way if they are a words of affirmation person. So the second love language is quality time. So spending time with someone without interruptions. This doesn't mean just sitting there playing on your phones with someone. It means actually sitting down, having a good conversation with them, or maybe going for a walk, or maybe running errands with them, going to the grocery store with them. So that can mean a lot to someone if quality time was their love language. Some of my friends, their love language is quality time. So we have game nights. That's really important to them, and I enjoy them, we all enjoy them, and just showing up to those and being really present with those means a lot to them. And I love doing that too, so that's so easy for me to give to them. So the third love language is acts of service. That means just doing things for people, whether that's maybe cooking them a meal, maybe driving them to a doctor's appointment or a surgery if they don't have a ride, maybe it's helping them with a project around their house that they need help with. Maybe that's helping them, hang pictures or something they can't do on their own. So there's a lot of different ways you can help someone if acts of service is their love language. So the fourth love language is physical touch. The book really discusses, obviously, for romantic partners and just being very affectionate with someone. But this could be for platonic like friendships and other relationships. It could be maybe just giving them a hug when you see them. It could be giving them a back massage if you feel comfortable doing that. I have a friend who she loves when I brush her hair, so I've done that for her. Like, that didn't feel weird to me, it felt fine. And this is only if you're comfortable doing this. Another friend of mine, I give her a back massage sometimes. If I promise I'm going to do it and I don't do it, she makes sure, like if I forget to, she is very sure to remind me. She's gonna watch us and just be like, Craig. Physical touch is a little bit tricky when it comes to friendships because you want to make sure that you're respecting their boundaries and that you are also not doing anything you don't feel comfortable doing. So if you do feel uncomfortable doing any of these things, you can just communicate that, because people have more than one love language. You can show appreciation in other ways if physical touch isn't for you. So the last love language is gifts. And this doesn't mean you have to spend a ton of money on someone. This could just be something really small, like say you go on a trip somewhere and you bring someone back a souvenir, or if you're gonna see a friend, maybe bring them their favorite candy, or something really thoughtful. It doesn't have to be something really expensive. So the way that I've applied the 5 love languages to my friendships is just by asking the people that are close to me, how can I show up for you? And what's important for you? And so I've asked some of my friends, is it important for on your birthday and on holidays that I get you a gift? Do you want to exchange gifts, or would you rather me do something else for you, or would you rather just spend time together? So knowing these things about friendships is really important. So I know that one of my friends for holidays, getting her a gift and for her birthday is very important. For some of my other friends, that's not as important, so I don't do that for them. So you can give to a person, you can give a lot to a person, but if it's not their primary language that they want to receive appreciation for, it might not be as well received as if it was something that they really wanted. And for me, being a words of affirmation person, saying something nice, and me and if someone else is a words of affirmation person, and just encouraging them and writing them a nice note is so easy for me to give. It doesn't require a ton from me, but it can be really meaningful to that person. And if these people are in your life, you want to create meaning, you want to nurture those friendships, because friendships, if you have really good friendships, they can be lifelong. I'm so grateful for my friendships. I feel very lucky to have the friendships that I have. And so I want to show them how much I appreciate them. So one of the questions you might have is, how do I know what my love language is? Like, I kind of relate to all of them, but I'm not sure which one I prioritize over another. And there is a quiz that you can take just to kind of see, to prioritize what matters most to you. So I will leave a link to that down in the description below, and you can take it, your friends can take it. That way, maybe you can get to know more about each other, and if they're a quality time person, you guys can take it together. That would be really fun to do. So I hope this was helpful. I think there's a lot of great romantic relationship advice out there that can be applied to friendships and family relationships. It doesn't just have to be about romantic relationships. Not everything in this world has to be about romantic relationships. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would, leave your love language down in the comments below, and some creative ways as to how people can meet that love language, so that way we can learn from each other and how we can provide love and meaning to our relationships in ways that I didn't mention in this video, in ways that I might not have thought of. So if you're a words of affirmation person like myself, you can put maybe different things that really meant a lot to you, or if you're an acts of service person, things people have done for you that really meant a lot, to inspire ideas for how we can deepen our friendships. So thank you for watching, and I will see you back here next time. Bye.